welcome back to Acting Career Tech Learning Podcast. Today I got
Quintez.
And that's Mike Nice. Today I'm gonna start. Quintez gonna start, and then I'm gonna go after me.
All right. So I got a couple words today. It's SVOD, OTT, AVOD, and TVOD. Now look, the VOD and all that just means video on demand. You're only looking at the first letter. All right. So look, OTT, over the top. What that means is you just going straight to the internet, nothing else. And then SVOD, it's subscription video on demand.
So what is a subscription video on demand, Quintez?
So you paying for a subscription to watch a library of videos. So like Netflix and all that stuff. Yep. The AVOD, sometimes it's free. Most of the time it is. It's free stuff you watch with ads.
Like
So
YouTube.
like YouTube. And then an example, the non-free version is Hulu. You pay subscription and you gotta watch ads. So it's a mixture of SVOD and AVOD. You got TVOD. That is transaction video on demand. Unlike SVOD, which is a purchase that you do over and over again, TVOD, it's a one-time purchase, one-time thing, right? It's like pay-per-view, all that, or like, when you buy what is it?
DVD?
DVD, yeah. You buy a DVD, that's a one-time thing. TVOD. You got linear TV. What that is it's just old school TV, like cable.
Also like the black and white TVs back in the days.
No, not like that. Not like that. It has a schedule and it's with ads. But that was all I had. I'm gonna pass it to Mike.
So now I'm gonna talk about media supply chain. Media supply chain is just basically what it sounds like. You're supplying the media and giving it what it needs. Is basically
Elaborate.
So I'm gonna elaborate. So media supply chain can be used as basically the same thing as content management. Content management is so much you can do, but we're not on that right now. We're on media supply chain.
Exactly.
So supply chain is basically just breaking down media and stuff like that. Now I'm gonna move
like from start to finish. Exactly.
Now I'm gonna move on to content creation. Content creation is exactly what it sounds like. You're creating content, but you're having fun with content.
I see. That makes sense. Not
So
gonna lie.
I'm breaking down my content. I'll be posting my 2K clips on Instagram.
Trash 2K clips at that, but continue.
And I got my TikToks, I'm saying? I'm posting my 2K clips on there, my COD clips, I'm really just one-on-one, you know what I'm saying?
Because he's so trash. Anyway.
So I'm going to talk about content distribution. That's exactly what it sounds like. You're just basically cropping out what is the bad of that in the content.
I think it's more like, how you post content to like platforms and all that, like Instagram, YouTube. That's probably what it is for real.
I think that's what it is.
I think so.
So I'm talking about monetization. Monetization is exactly what it sounds like. Get into the dough. Get into the cheese.
Exactly.
Get into the bag.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm really getting to the dough, the cash, the money, the earnings. And now I'm going to be going on to analytics and optimization. It's basically just looking at your content back. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it. I'm reviewing it. I'm seeing what I did wrong in that moment.
Exactly. You talk about like how many views you got and all that. Yep.
I'm looking back at the views, how many views I got, who's watching my, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking back on, it could be a famous person watching my stuff. Like John Cena could be watching me. He might not like it, but he was watching.
He's not going to like it.
He could have been Dwayne The Rock Johnson, you know what I'm saying? It could have been Kevin Hart.
None of them are going to like it.
It could have been Stephen A. Smith.
He'll cut it off in the first 3 seconds.
No, I don't think he would do that. I'm just one greater goats, you know what I'm saying? And that's all I got for you today.
Welcome back. Come back next time to the Acting Career Tech Morning Show podcast.
Welcome to the Acting Career Tech Morning Show podcast. I'm Jeremiah today, and I'm here with
Kevin.
And today we're going to be talking about the 11 terms of media arts. So media supply chain is an end-to-end of content that is shown on social media. A content creation is a person who creates their own content whenever they talk about their stories or talk about art or music or whatever. A content management is an organization of people who organize different types of stuff on the social media. content. The establishment is also like management, but talks about its structure and kind of like broadcasting, kind of. Monetization is is like a sponsor, like sponsoring videos and stuff. Analyzing and optimization is
Analytics and optimization is where the type where you look at the stats and subscribers or views of the type of video or any type of media that you're doing. And then I got OTT. OTT is over the top. Basically, it's very much just putting out your content anywhere else that's not directly on social media apps like a website or anything else. Subscription video on demand, that's like Netflix or like Hulu or any and then we got advertisement video on demand. That's just like ads during commercial breaks, during sports or like TV or anything like that. And then transactional video on demand. That's content you have to pay for, such as like OnlyFans, Patreon. You can say some sports channels like ESPN Plus. And then we got linear TV. Linear TV is basically old school TV. Scheduled TV, so if you don't catch it at the time it's supposed to be played at or aired, you're not going to see it, so you have to wait next week until the next episode. And that's all we have for today. Thank you for watching the Career Tech Morning Show podcast. It's Kid, Mama,
Jeremiah signing up.
Welcome back to the Career Tech Morning Show podcast. I'm your host Brene, and today I have
Jeremiah.
And we're going to be talking about the 50 vocabulary words in media arts, but we only got 11 today, so I'm going to start us off. Okay, I got media supply chain. It's basically end-to-end media content, yep. And then I got content creation. It's where you produce your stuff, like you producing your content in media arts, yep. And then content management is like when you organize it, like make sure that all your stuff is like you got everything in order. And then content distribution is where you put it on different platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, YouTube, everything, yep. Then I got monetization. Monetization is where you're making money, yep. You're making your money off of content like this video. We can make money off this video if you like put it on YouTube or something. Then I got analytics and optimization. That's when you what's that again? Then it's when you analyzing your stuff. Yep, you'll analyze your stuff, going over your views, right?
Yep.
I do that a lot, I ain't gonna lie. You going over your views.
Yeah, everybody do that.
Yep. Then I got subscription video on demand. That's when you paying for your Netflix and stuff like that. You're paying a fee for it. Then I got transactional video on demand. That's when you paying for certain things like pay per view, like live sport and stuff. And now I'm gonna pass it to Jeremiah.
All right, so I'm gonna talk to y'all about over the top OTT. OTT is short term from over the top. So over the top is like when you just basically take your content straight to the internet, maybe posting it like on Instagram, TikTok. And so advertising, AVOD, short term. That's like advertising your stuff, maybe like, like TV shows, like free to watch stuff basically. And linear TV is like old school TV where you just like paying to watch like stuff like on TV, like say like Spectrum, like Fire Stick or something like that. Roku. That's yeah.
Yeah, like if you want to watch Bernie Mac, man, you gotta be there at 7 o'clock, 5:30. I ain't gonna lie, unless you miss it.
Yo, cause you won't want to miss that.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that. I ain't gonna lie. He be talking to y'all, America. I ain't gonna lie. All right, anyway.
Bro, RP Bernie Mac.
Yeah. So that's it for the Career Tech Morning Show podcast. I'm your host, Brene.
And Jeremiah.
And we're out. Bye, guys.
Welcome to the Career Tech Morning Show podcast. I'm your host, RJ, and today I'm with my man, Nye. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good. All right, so lately, for the past couple of weeks, we've been working on some terms for media arts that you would know if you want to, do media arts or something. You feel me? Like, whatever you want to do that's got something to do with media arts, you would need to know these terms. So, we're going to give you 11. I'm going to give you 6, and Nye going to give you 5. I'm going to start off with Nye. She going to give you them 5 real quick. And then, at the end, I'm going to give you those 6, and then we're going to talk about how we feel about them.
All right, so first I got over the top. Over the top, well, okay, we call it OTT, but the meaning of OTT is over the top. So
Right.
over the top is just you got your content, and this is going past all social media, so it's going straight to the internet.
Right.
Then next we got SWV, a subscription video on demand. You paying to watch Netflix, Apple TV, feel me,
Hulu, yeah.
stuff like that. And then
HBO.
yeah, I don't know what that is, but yeah, if you gotta
Zeus?
pay for it, then it's subscription video on demand.
Yes, sir. Oh,
And
yeah,
then next we got AVOD, advertisement video on demand, just like YouTube, Tubi. You watch it for free, but it got ads though. You gotta watch the ads.
Don't forget
Next-
that Pluto.
Okay, yeah, Pluto.
Don't forget that Pluto.
Pluto, you mean all right, and then we got TVOD, transactional video on demand. Just you paying for certain pieces of it, like Spotify. You gotta pay for certain pieces of Spotify,
Yeah, or
and
I
then
say,
some pieces of Spotify is free. Paying for your pieces.
I say, like, Patreons.
Okay, yeah, okay.
You know, people's Patreons, they
Yeah.
got all type of stuff. You pay for a certain type of piece, or
Or
like
SoundCloud.
or like AMP. They got videos that you could pay for.
Yeah,
You feel me?
okay. So that's what TVOD is. You just paying for certain parts. You don't got to pay for all of it, but you paying for certain parts. And then next, I got linear TV. It's just old school TV. You got to be there to watch it. Scheduled TV. So if you ain't out in the house by 7 o'clock and the show come on at 7 o'clock, then you missing it. Like
Better have somebody record it if they say it.
no, back then you can't record it, bro.
Huh?
Yeah,
Dang.
you have to be there. Like you feel me? Scheduled TV. Like ain't none of that. Yeah, give me your 6, bro. What you got?
All right, that was it for my man's nice 5. I'm gonna give y'all my 6. So first we got media supply chain. Media supply chain is the whole purpose and the process of media. Like that's literally everything with media. Everything we're talking about is basically coming back to media supply chain. You feel me? Next we got content creation. Content creation is, like YouTubers and stuff, what they do. We got like making your own content. Like you could do content creation, TikTok, YouTube. Music is content
So I'll
creation.
give you an example.
What? Give
All right,
me an example.
all right, so he said TikTok content creation. Okay, so basically it's the steps. So the girls, they gotta pick their sound on TikTok. You feel
Right.
me? Then some of them put the filter on it.
That's true.
Then they gotta set the camera up, do the
You don't need
1,
no
2,
filter,
3.
ladies. You don't need no filter,
Yeah, y'all don't
ladies.
need no filter. Y'all beautiful. You feel me?
Beautiful
and then
the way you
feel
are.
me, they do the 1, 2, 3 thing. Then they back up, do their little dance, and then they gotta go back. You feel me? Sometimes they get the crop in the video. Then they put their title on it. So that's the
right.
steps.
And that
you feel
goes,
me?
and that right there, that what you just said, that goes right back to what we was talking about media supply chain.
Mhm. Yeah.
Next, we got content management, which is organizing your content, making sure that you like what you see, you like how it is, how you put it together, how you shot it. Next, we got content distribution. That's putting on various platforms and stuff, like YouTube, Zeus. I mean, you could probably try. You could try to get on Zeus if you can.
It's just like the delivery of your content. What it
Yeah.
is, feel me? You can deliver it on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. Feel me? What else? Twitter or anything like you Feel me?
Anything.
Just your delivery. You feel me? Like how you gonna put it out? What you putting it out like?
Facts. Next, we got monetization. Monetization is when you're getting paid for doing your content. But the thing with monetization, you have to have a certain amount of followers or some type of platforms. Like YouTube, you gotta have about like 1,000. I'm pretty sure subscribers to start getting monetized and getting paid for your content. For TikTok, it's like 10,000 followers, which is a lot. I only got 3K. How much you got?
Like 150.
It's
Cool though, bro. It's cool though. It's cool. I don't even post on the TikTok.
I mean, I barely do it too though. But then last but not least, we got analyze and optimization. That's where you go over your content.
Mhm.
It's kind of like managing it, but like managing, you will fix up stuff.
And you seeing how good your content is with this one.
But optimization, you like
And I got a
checking
prime
the
example.
quality, seeing how you like it, how it came out. Is it blurry or not? Can you hear the person? You have to can you hear the background? What's your example?
Okay, my example is like, so say a lot of us teenagers post on our Instagram story. Feel me? You come back like 10 hours later, you looking at it, you feel me? Because I know I do. I rewatch my stories then.
Right.
Feel me? You slide up, check your views. You see
Maybe
who viewed your story.
see who
That's-
liked it and stuff.
Yeah, that's feel me. That go with that. And how you say it? Analytics.
Analytics.
Yeah, that
analytics.
that go into
Yep.
with your analytics. So like you just checking how good your content is. You feel me? Might slide up one day. You might have a little 500 ball on your views. You feel me? Like yeah, feel me? So yeah.
I got a question for you though.
What's up?
Quick question. How do you think that anyone that want to do media arts should learn these terms? Should know these?
Yeah, most definitely. Like yeah, like it give you like a more better understanding. You just know what you're doing. Like if you so say if somebody seen our content from the school, feel me, they call you up and they like, oh, I want to deal, whatever, boom, boom. If you go to a big office, you not knowing what you're doing, you ain't knowing what you're talking about, feel me, this gonna help you out. Like the terms gonna help you out. But you got anything else to say?
I don't got nothing else. So how are we gonna pass to my man's now? She gonna end it off for us tonight.
Yeah, though. So we signing out, feel me, until we see y'all next time. Feel me, stay
Have a
connected,
great day. Yes,
visit
sir.
y'all.
Stay blessed.
Hello, welcome to Accurate Tech Money Show podcast. My name is Meech, and I'm here with,
Brianna.
and we're going to be telling you about 11 facts about 11 media arts facts. First one we're going to be starting off with is media supply chain. Essentially what that is all of it all together wrapped in one, from the creation of it, the editing, the process, different things like that. It's all in a big chain of from whatever. The second one we have is content creation, or the creation of media. And essentially what that is what we're doing right now, where somebody has content they're creating and putting on the internet of us doing maybe talking, gaming, vlogging,
Right.
different things like that. For example. The next one I'm going to be talking to you about is content management. Now, content management is the organization of said content. Putting it all in storage, USB drives maybe, put it in the computer, different things like that, so you can edit and all different stuff like that.
Right.
Then the next step you have is content distribution, which is the delivery of the content to the public media, as putting it on maybe some blog website, maybe YouTube, Twitch, etc.,
Right.
things like that.
Right.
And that goes into monetization, which is the
Monetization.
generation of money from doing what you're doing as the content you're posting and getting out there.
Right.
So all that is making the money. Next, we have analytics and optimization. And what that is it's the analysis of your content and the views and checking, overall how your content is doing when it's posted out there. And you can really look at them all together, as media supply chain is all of the different things wrapped together. But breaking it down a little more, you have the creation of your content, which goes into you needing to manage it or
Right.
organize it, so you would have to store it somewhere else. That's content management. Or distributing it to the public so everybody can see what you're making,
Right.
which goes into content distribution. And once you do that, you can get monetization. You can get monetized for the content that you distribute out there, and you can generate real life money. And I'm going to be giving the other 7 or so to Brianna.
All right, thank you. I'm going to be talking about OTT, which means over the top. It is when the content is sent directly to the internet, which means it's going to be on a website or like Safari, Google, or Chrome, whatever you use, not social media such as Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and stuff like that. Next, I have SVOD, which means subscription video on demand. It's when users have to pay a fee to access a library of content, such as things like, I say Hulu and Netflix and stuff like that. Next, I have AVOD, is advertising video on demand. It's when users when users don't have to pay no fee, which means all the content is free, but it's supported by advertising venues, which means like I say YouTube or Tubi, stuff like that, that you don't have to pay no fee for to watch anything on there. Next, I have TVOD is transactional video on demand. It's basically pay-per-view, like when users pay for individual content such as OnlyFans. Like you guys know what that is, when people pay a fee every month for individual content. Lastly, we have linear TV. It's basically old school television, broadcast television with scheduled content. And thank you. That's all we have for you guys.
Welcome back to the Active Career Tech Morning Show podcast. I'm your host, Ty, and today we have
Izzy.
And today we're going to tell y'all a few facts about what you need to, like, if you want to start your own content and stuff. So I'm going to have Izzy here start off by telling you what she's going to tell you, and I'm going to elaborate.
So the first one for you guys I have is media supply chain, guys. That is basically the end-to-end process of your content. And I also have for you guys content creations, which is basically creating your content. Like, for example, I'll be creating my YouTube content, my TikTok content, or my Instagram content, any of that. And then I have content management, which is basically organizing and just managing your content to make sure you're up to date on your content and stuff. Then I also have content distribution, which is basically spreading your content through different various of platforms. So that would be TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, anything like of that sort. Then I also have monetization, which is basically making money off your content. And I'm passing it to Ty.
Okay, so I'm going to elaborate on a couple ones that you said. Like media supply chain, like basically you distributing, monetizing, and processing your content. You got to make money off your content. Like you got to. And then I have analytics and optimization. Basically means like, I'm going to come back to that one. So I have OTT, which means basically stands for over the top. Basically when I put my content straight to the internet. Like I don't stop to do anything. I just put it straight to the internet. I have SVOD. Basically stand for subscription-based video on demand. Basically like buying a subscription. Like Prime Video, Hulu, Netflix, all types of stuff. Wherever you can buy movies and stuff, like where you can buy stuff at, like to watch stuff. Basically, that's what SVOD means. Then I have AVOD, basically advertising video on demand. Basically, like watching something that's free with ads, like YouTube, Tubi, like those free movie channels that you can get on the internet and everything. Then I have TVOD, is transactional video on demand. Basically like buying individual pieces of content. When I say buy individual pieces, I know you guys, some of you guys know, like when you go on somebody's Instagram thing or if you go on somebody's TikTok, it'll be like subscribe. So basically you subscribe to their channel so you can watch more of their content, see if the content interesting. Then I have linear TV, basically like old television, like Happy Days, like all those old type of shows. So do you have anything to say about that?
Going back to linear TV, like she said, it is old television, like Saved by the Bell and all those other channels. It's also basically you have to wait. Like TV shows in this generation, you can just click a button and boom, you can have it on. But TVs back then, you couldn't just be able to just turn on the shows. You have to wait for a certain time, like the 6 o'clock news or like the 8 o'clock news. You have to wait for that. And then also going along with content management, that's also, like I said, managing your content. That means keeping up with your views, keeping up with the time, keeping up with the timestamps, keeping up with the comments, keeping up with everything. That also goes with analytics, and the other one, it also goes with that, keeping up with the views, with the comments and all of that. And SVOD is basically going along with what Ty said, all the subscription and stuff that goes along with Zeus, if y'all watch Zeus, Netflix, Pluto, Peacock, all of that. And I'm gonna pass it back to Ty.
And like some of the stuff that she said, like content distribution, like so say if I make content and I want to put it on different platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, like that's like different platforms. Okay, so Then elaborating on monetization. I know some of y'all, if y'all make content, the first thing I will say, oh, I can make money off of it. So you gotta like make your content better, so like to make people want to watch it, so you can make your money and stuff. Then elaborate on content creation. It's content creation, like basically like, I'm Ty and Izzy and we're out.
Welcome to the Acting Career Tech Money Show podcast. I'm here today with Scott.
Hello, how are you doing, everybody? My name is Scott.
And today we're going to be talking about 10 media acronyms or things that you would like to know, or definitions, as you will. And to start off, we have the first one, media supply chain. Media supply chain is basically a process of media from the creation to the end. Like, think of it as an idea. It starts off as an idea, goes into production, and finally ends in publishing it. And that's how it usually works. So publishing your content is the end goal of a media supply chain. Speaking of media supply chain, speaking of content creation, what do you know about content creation?
All right, so thank you for that, and I'm going to be continuing. So, content creation is the initial phase where content is like made or produced. So, content creation is a term that describes how a video is recorded, edited in the initial pre, during, and post-production steps, and creating all your favorite films or videos or things of that nature. And content creation is also like, it gets a really broad term, and and just anything involving videos, but it's important for us to be accurate in what we're describing and to really refer to it as what it is, which is like this, not the entirety of it, but it is the initial beginning steps of content creating. And next up, we're going to be handling content management, which I'll dive into explain.
Yeah, content management is where you have your content very organized and stored inside various files and everything. This is where you put all your storage, all your content in, and make sure your content is in the right places. So you don't want your content to be in random places, because if you're making a game, like I said, if you're making a game, you want to make sure like the sound effects is inside the right folder, inside the right file and everything, or it's not going to look right, or it's not going to sound right either. So after you manage your content, like how do you get the word out? How do you get the word out of your game?
Okay, so after content management comes the next step in the production process of media, which is going to be content distribution. Content distribution refers to how we're able to take the same video or media content and put it on all sorts of different platforms and use all types of methods to get it out there. So some people, what like certain content creators like to do is they'll take one video and they'll upload it to multiple accounts across different sites. That way they can get, reach from other, creators and other audiences that they wouldn't normally get if they just push their content all to one platform.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
So how do they make money off this content?
So basically, monetization refers to how, revenue or like income is generated from a specific video, which is any like way or strategy that is able to, bring in monetary gain. So this includes anything from sponsorships, brand deals. This also includes how like certain, streaming services or like more so like social media platforms to say, will pay their creators to actually upload videos for them once they hit a certain amount of reach.
Right. So that's where analytic and optimization comes in. That's where they see how well their stuff is doing. They don't have to crunch the numbers because it does it for you. There's sites like you've seen one site where you can open it up and then you can fix stuff and start your streams there. That's where you start the stream before you even go to the streaming sites like Twitch and YouTube. You can stream on YouTube. So that's where you really go for those things. So OTT means over the top. That means pushing it straight to the internet. Instead of going through all these sites, you should shoot it right towards the internet, and you can put it right on Google. So like it'd be on Google. On my Google, there's multiple things where I can just click on it and go straight to a site. So,
okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna piggyback off what he said right quick, and on top of that, I just want to mention how like certain sites like subscription-based videos, or like, you know, as it's referred to professionally, is SVOD, which stands for subscription-based video on demand, which is where you pay for a specific service in order to gain access to the entirety of all the media they have the rights to and everything they have access to, as if it were a media library, or like a content base, if you will. And I'm also going to be talking about, you know, the inverse of that, or sort of like the pair to go with that, which is advertising video on demand. This is how, you know, like some sites, you know, they don't charge you for using them, but for those, they have lots of unskippable adverts that, you know, you have to watch in order for the operation to be successful.
So those are the two differences from SVOD and AVOD.
Yeah.
So that's where TVOD came from, where it's pay-per-view and you go like the Blockbuster to buy movies and stuff. Like the Redbox, you buy movies.
Exactly.
Back. So that's,
you know, with you know, methods and like production like that, you know, you pay for each individual view or watch of the content, so that, you know, they get money per transaction. It's typically a smaller charge, but they, you know, that's how that TVOD works in general.
And that came after linear TV, which is just live TV. There you can go and you have to go at a certain time to watch the said TV show. Because if you miss the time, you're not going to watch that TV show. That's why they made all these different sites, SVOD, AVOD, and TVOD, so you don't have to go and watch it at a certain time. That's why they made it.
Exactly. It's kind of, you know, and to just add to that, it kind of like explains the idea of how we went from individual like videos and productions to streaming services. And that's why they made it so big, because they were able to do what older generations of video couldn't, and give you more media quicker at any time. You don't have to worry about missing anything, because it's always saved right there, and it's just so much more accessible, and it gives you new options. True. And they also, again, linear TV, they also have like schedules you can check where they have like allotted times for playing certain movies or certain TV shows that you have to be there to watch, because they do reruns. But again, like they only come on at scheduled, like pre-approved times. And there's also built-in advertisements at specific times, and that's how they used to run them now, even though like the industry is like smaller nowadays.
Look at Spectrum. Spectrum is all of these combined. They can do all of these things combined. I have Spectrum at my house, and I love Spectrum, and I can do all the things all at once. So can you end this off, Scott?
I think I can go ahead and get that done for us. So thank you guys for listening. I just want to say thank you for tuning into the podcast. That is the Akron Career Tech Morning Show podcast. And again, don't forget to remember all the vocabulary words we brought to you today for next time, so you can be better informed. And yeah, I just want to say, this is Akron Career Tech Morning Show podcast signing off. I'm Scott.
I'm Dylan.
And we'll see you guys next time for our next upload.
Welcome back to the Akron Career Tech Morning Show podcast. I am your host, Little Z, and today I have
Jaden.
And today we're going to be talking about the 11 terms that you should know in media. We're going to be talking about media supply chains, content creation, and we're going to talk about content management and content distribution and monetization and analytics and OTT and SVOD and TVOD and linear TV. Jaden's going to start y'all off.
Okay, so content creation is like creating your own content and stuff like that. And then monetization is making money, and yeah.
The media supply chain is like starting your video from start to finish. And content management is like organizing your video and making more storage for it. And content distribution is putting your video directly to an app like TikTok, Instagram, and stuff like that. And analytics is it's like checking on your content, like to make sure how many views you got and stuff like that. And OTT means over the top. It means putting information directly to the internet. And SVOD means subscription video on demand. It means like something that you pay for, and something that you pay for like Amazon Prime. AVOD is advertising video on demand. Like watch something for free, but like you gotta watch ads with it, like Tubi and stuff like that. TVOD is subscription video on demand. It's like paying one time just to watch it one time. Linear TV is like scheduled content, like like when they be putting TV shows on, like at a certain time. End it off.
And then that is it for your morning show podcast.
Welcome back to the Akakurite Morning Show podcast. I'm your host, Sir Kaya, and I have
WNBA.
And today we're going to talk about the 11 terms you should know in media. So first, I'm going to start with media supply chain. Media supply chain is you making your video, then you edit it and distribute it onto apps. And then content management is like you managing and organizing your storage with your media content. Content distribution is you distributing your content onto different apps like streaming apps or broadcasting apps or even websites and stuff like that. And analytics is optimization. Is checking your videos and seeing how well it's doing, like going over it and seeing it. And OTT means over the top. That means you taking your video that you just made and you taking it straight to the internet. And then TVOD is transactional video on demand. It's like pay-per-view. You literally pay for every photo and each video of content. And now I'm going to pass it to WNBA.
Okay, so content creation is basically when you create your own content. Like say if I post a video on TikTok, that's me creating content. And monetization is basically making videos and you getting money from your content. Like if I was a content creator and I create content every day, that's me making money from it. And that's basically what monetization is. SVOD means subscription video on demand, which means when you have to buy something like Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that. Like say if I wanted to watch a TV show on Netflix, I'm gonna have to pay for it. And AVOD means advertisement videos on demand, which means websites and stream sites that supports ads like YouTube, Tubi, Paramount Plus, and some other websites. And linear TV is basically
Old school TV.
Linear TV is basically old school TV shows that is not scheduled. That is scheduled. And
That's it?
yeah, that's it.
Okay, I'm your host, Sir Kaya, and I had WNBA. That's it from the Akakurite Morning Show podcast. Until next time.
Welcome back to the Accurate Morning Show podcast. I'm your Yacht, and today I got
Quintez.
We're gonna be talking about the terms and conditions of all the words that we finna go over today and stuff like that. I'm passing on to Quintez.
All right, so I'm gonna be talking about OTT, SVOD, AVOD, TVOD, and linear TV. First, we got OTT, over the top. You really just sending your content straight to the internet. And we got SVOD. SVOD is subscription video on demand. And you just paying money to access a video library. That's it. Then we got TVOD. TVOD is transaction video on demand. You paying for like a single piece of content, like pay-per-view, all that stuff. All right, then linear TV. Yep. Old school TV with a schedule and ads. Then you got analytics and optimization. You just checking all the views, how the video doing, and who's watching. Now I'm gonna pass it to Kenyatta.
All right, I'm gonna be talking about the first one. I'm gonna talk about is content distribution. Content distribution is like making content and giving it out all over the internet and stuff like that. So like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, and I got monetization. Monetization is like making money off your content, making revenue and stuff like that, promoting it out there to people. Media supply chain is like editing stuff like that, making sure it's audible, it's good and stuff like that. And content creation is like the creation of content all over the internet and stuff like that. And I got analytics and optimization for the last one. Analytics and optimization is like checking the statistics on your videos and stuff like that to see how well it's doing. And that was the 11 words. I'm your host, Kenyatta, and that's all I got for y'all today.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Akron Career Tech Morning Show podcast. My name is Scott, and today I'm here with
Donald.
And today we're going to be talking to you guys all about some like really important media vocabulary terms and just words to get you caught up so you know how to speak productively and professionally when talking about media and like a Hollywood setting. So I'm going to be passing it to Donald here, who's going to start us off with some of our words, definitions.
So, media supply chains are the process of managing and creating and editing alongside monetizing your video. Content creation is the process of creating your content and making sure it's viewable and audible. Content management is basically editing the video and whatever to make sure that it is audible and visual. Content distribution is the process of distributing it over the internet and making sure that it is viewable via the internet like YouTube. Monetization is the process of making money off of the content that you make. So I'll be passing it back to Scott.
Okay, thank you. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get us started off and continue on with some more of our vocabulary terms. So first of all, I want to be talking to you guys about analytics and optimization. It refers to like a whole category. So analytics and optimization is when you look at the media content you've already created. You know, you pull up the analytics page. Some sites allow you to actually check like the viewer engagement on what you post. So you'll be able to, you know, look at your numbers and see like who's tracking it, who your audiences are, your watch times, and it really gives you an insight to like what you're doing and ways you can improve or optimize your, you know, your content and your outreach. So, you know, even without certain tools like that, you're also able to do that yourself and break down like where your views are coming from and how you can, you know, gain popularity or gain like viewership, viewer coverage, get more people like eyes to your page. Next of all, I want to be saying over the top is, you know, it's referred to shortly as OTT, and it's a term that describes any form of like content that's traveled directly over the internet rather than to a specific site or like streaming service. Next of all, there's going to be a couple of terms here that people often shorten, so I'm going to be explaining those real quick. So SVOD is the subscription video on demand, and it refers to any like media library where you pay to access all of like their content or coverage. So it's going to be most of your streaming services, like your big name ones. You know, you can think of like Netflix to name some, or maybe even like Spectrum, certain sites where you have to pay to unlock, you know, what they have, and you get access to a whole base of content. Next is going to be advertising-based video on demand, which is a free-to-use service that will make their money by, you know, having the viewer watch advertisements in order to bring in, you know, funding, and that's how they make their money. So instead of charging the viewer, the advertisements pulls in the money for a free service, which brings more eyes to the page. Next is going to be tipped transactional video on demand. And transactional video on demand is where you pay for every individual view that your page is getting. And lastly, linear TV is traditional old-fashioned TV where they have a scheduled content program and you're able to, you know, you're forced to watch commercials and all the things. It's old school, traditional forms of television advertising. And that's going to conclude our podcast for today. My name is Scott and he's Donald, and I'm here with the Akron Career Tech Morning Show podcast, signing off.